Relationship between philosophy and education. So today in this video we will discuss what is the relationship between philosophy and education. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Teachers Wisdom. Arvinder Kaur this side, assistant professor. So in my previous video I already discussed about what is education in detail and what is philosophy. So if you want to know the deeper meaning of philosophy and education, you can check my those video. So today in this video we will discuss what is the relationship between philosophy and education. Education and philosophy both are related to each other in three different ways. One is both philosophy and education are interrelated. Philosophy is dependent on education and education is dependent on philosophy. We will discuss all these three ways in detail. So now we will discuss all three ways in detail. Both philosophy and education are interrelated. Philosophy is a theory and education is a practice. Theory leads to practice and practice improves theory. So philosophy contemplates and education applies. Philosophy is the theory of education and education is applied philosophy. Education without philosophy is blind and philosophy without education is invalid. Philosophy is bound to result in educative effort and an educative effort is bound to be rooted in philosophy. So we can say that without philosophy, education would be blind effort. So both philosophy and education are interrelated and they both sharply influence each other. Second is philosophy is dependent on education. Yes, philosophy is dependent on education in sense that philosophy follows education. Almost all philosophers propagated their philosophy through education. How? Now we will discuss why and how. Education as the base. Education provides base for the creation of philosophy. An educated person can think systematically, rationally, or he can use various methods for applying the education. And an uneducated person cannot think systematically. So yes, education is the base. So philosophers have to be educated. Second, education as transmitter and propagator. Transmitter means when you are transferring your knowledge from one person to another, or as a teacher you are transferring knowledge from one generation to another. So education transmits philosophy from one generation to another. It keeps philosophy alive. It propagates philosophy. Propagate means you are spreading or you are promoting the philosophy. So you can promote the philosophy by books, by textbooks, or by media, and teacher is the most important person who can spread the philosophical viewpoint in the classroom. So yes, education is the best means for the propagation of the philosophy. Next is education is acquainted. Yes, education acquaints philosophy with a new problem. Education aware you about the new dynamic problem of the society and what need to be introduced or what changes to be introduced in the society. So yes, education acquaints. Then education as a producer. Education give birth to new philosophy. Education is the producer, like mother is a producer of a child. Same we can say that education give birth to new ideas and new philosophy which are logical and which are truthful. Education as means to achieve goal. As I already said that philosophy deals with ends and education is the means to achieve those goals. So philosophy deals with ideals, values and principle basically, and education work out those ideals, values or principles. Third relationship, education depends on philosophy. Education is unthinkable without philosophy. Yes, philosophy basically provides foundation for techniques of imparting knowledge. skills and attitude. So as I already told you, philosophy is theory and education is practice. So theory can exist in itself, but practice without a philosophy is unthinkable. So philosophy therefore enjoys an independent position, but education is subordinated to philosophy. Philosophy determines the real destination towards which education has to go. Yes, philosophy is wisdom. Education transmits that wisdom from one generation to another. So philosophy represents a system of thought. Education embraces that thought in content of instruction. So philosophy is a knowledge obtained by natural reason, and education is a development of that reason, or you can say that it can be other parts of your mind. Three main branches of philosophy determine three important aspects of philosophy. Metaphysics, epistemology and axiology, as you all know, are the three branches of philosophy, and all these three branches determine the aspects of education. These three aspects are aim of education, methods and curriculum. So we'll discuss how. Metaphysics and aim of education are determined on the basis of what view is taken about ultimate reality, the world, soul and body. So it basically believes in ultimate reality. Epistemology determines the method of teaching. Method of teaching depend on epistemological belief. On this will depend whether method should be deductive or inductive. Next is axiology and curriculum. Curriculum is determined by axiology. What is good and valuable is to be included in the curriculum. So what is truth, goodness and beauty is decided by axiology. Great philosophers have been great educators. Yes, you can say many philosophers are there who are educationists also, and many educationists are philosophers also. There are many names like Gandhi, Tagore, Radhakrishnan, Plato, Socrates, Rousseau and many more philosophers. Philosophy determines the various aspects of education. Yes, we can say that there is no aspect of education like aim, curriculum, method, etc., which are not influenced and determined by the philosophy. So in detail we will discuss this point in detail in my next video. So I try to explain each and every point more clearly. I hope you like my video. If you like my video, you can like or you can comment on my video, and you can share my video too. And for more videos on philosophy, you can subscribe my channel, that is Teacher's Wisdom.